Welcome to the 15th episode of Brass Unpacked. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic love stories ever told, Romeo and Juliet. First published as a play in 1597 by William Shakespeare, it remains, without question, the most famous and the most tragic love story ever written. Nearly 3 centuries later, in 1935, composer Sergei Prokofiev reimagined this timeless tale as a ballet, transforming Shakespeare's words into movement and music. And now, in 2025, Stephen Roberts draws inspiration once again from this immortal story with his new work, Star-Crossed Lovers, a piece that captures the same passion and drama while leaving his own unique musical mark. The piece unfolds in 8 sections. The first opens with a series of dissonant chords, immediately drawing us into the heart of the drama. These tense harmonies create a sense of unease and inevitability, a shadow that foreshadows the tragedy to come. Then the dissonance begins to fade, and from it emerges the theme of love. A tender, fragile dialogue takes shape between the two main voices, the euphonium and the cornet, reflections of Romeo and Juliet themselves. Then enters a familiar sound, the iconic theme from Prokofiev's ballet, Montagues and Capulets. It bears the names of the two noble families from which our doomed lovers come. As Shakespeare wrote, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, a violence passed down through generations, its origins long forgotten. Here, the music captures all the weight and intensity of that centuries-old rivalry. Two worlds divided by hatred, yet forever bound by the love of their children. Next, we hear the theme portraying young Juliet, bright, obedient, and full of innocence, borrowed from Prokofiev's ballet. The music is light and playful, yet changeable in mood, mirroring the spirit of a teenage girl. And now Mercutio steps onto the stage, Romeo's loyal friend, impulsive, unpredictable, and always driven by emotion rather than reason. Tensions rise. Tybalt Capulet, Juliet's hot-headed cousin, cannot bear that Romeo dared to sneak into the Capulet ball uninvited. Blinded by anger, he confronts him. But Mercutio, ever loyal to his friend, refuses to see Romeo back down. Driven by his impulsive nature, he steps forward to defend Romeo's honor and that of the Montagues. He challenges Tybalt to a duel, a fatal clash that even Romeo's desperate attempt to intervene cannot prevent. Then Mercutio's theme returns, mocking and defiant, as if he hasn't been wounded. But soon, the bass drum, fading in a slow decrescendo, marks his final heartbeats, echoing through the somber brass, frozen in horror. Like a chorus in a Greek tragedy, an invisible voice rises to express the collective emotion. Whispers from the street, drifting in from beyond the stage, begin to take shape, brought to life by a quintet of soloists, giving voice to the people, silent witnesses to the tragedy that has just unfolded. Romeo's fury erupts, shattered by the death of his friend, who fell while trying to defend him. He's consumed by an uncontrollable rage. The music captures this storm of emotion in a dark, heavy cadence, where every note seems to hammer out his pain and thirst for vengeance. And then Romeo gives in to vengeance. In a torrent of notes fueled by rage and virtuosity, he confronts Tybalt. The dissonant harmonies cry out the sound of his revenge. Leaving behind a somber tone, for this fatal blow will seal his destiny forever. Blood has been spilled twice in this endless feud between families. For avenging his friend, Romeo is banished from Verona. When Juliet learns the full extent of what has happened, she is devastated, yet remains steadfast in her love. The central theme of their impossible love returns, faithfully restated, a musical reminder of devotion that endures, even in the face of despair. Crushed by the news of Romeo's exile, Juliet sinks into despair. She's offered a potion, one that will give her the appearance of death for 42 hours. While she sleeps, she will be laid in the Capulet family tomb, as a letter is sent to warn Romeo of the plan. The music swells with the theme of unconditional love. The bond between Juliet and Romeo, a love so deep it defies reason, fear, and even death itself. But the stars had other plans. The message never reaches Romeo in time. Unaware of the ruse, he discovers Juliet lifeless before him. Believing his beloved to be dead, he takes his own life. Moments later, Juliet awakens, only to find Romeo's body beside her. In one final act of love, she joins him in death. And then, the theme of their impossible love returns one last time, a haunting echo of tragedy. Yet, through their sacrifice, it brings reconciliation to the two warring families.